The silence of your post is absolute. It is a deep and heavy blanket of quiet. You are the sole operator at Deep Watch Station Epsilon, a forgotten speck in the immense darkness. Your job is to listen to nothing, to confirm the void remains empty. For 364 days, it has. Your console displays the endless river of star-born noise. It is the universe humming its ancient, empty song. You know its melody by heart, the crackle of distant pulsars, the low thrum of background radiation. It is the predictable rhythm of emptiness, the kind of boring that pays the bills. Then, something new appears. A whisper cuts through the static. It is not a sound you recognize. It is too clean, too perfect. A single pure tone that slices through the chaos, makes the hairs on your arm stand up. This is not nature. This is a voice trying to be heard. The signal pulses again, a fragile heartbeat in the dark. It is structured. It repeats in a pattern that is undeniably intelligent. You lean closer to your console. Your own heart matches its rhythm. This is impossible. First contact protocols are myths for recruits. They are not for veterans on their last tour. The signal weaves a story in raw data. It is a complex language of mathematics and light. It bypasses all your automated filters. It wants to be found. You isolate the frequency. The stream of information is a ghost on the waves. A message in a bottle thrown across an ocean of stars. This is not a star flare or a magnetar's cry. It is a deliberate and desperate act of communication. The data packets are tight. They are compressed with military-grade precision. Someone out there is screaming into the void, and you are the only one listening. You run a diagnostic. Then you run it again. The station systems are pristine. The equipment is not failing. The coffee machine might be on its last legs, but the deep space array is perfect. The signal is real. It originates from the Tartarus abyss, a sector of space declared empty for a century. You triple-check your findings. The data is undeniable. A structured signal, a non-human, intelligent origin, from a place that should be lifeless. You feel a chill that has nothing to do with the station's life support. You are holding the biggest discovery in human history. You open a priority channel to Sector Command. Your fingers feel heavy on the console. This is the moment that changes everything. The face of Commander Valerius appears on your screen. His expression is already tired. He looks like a man who has heard too many false alarms. You present your data clearly. You show him the signal's waveform, the repeating patterns, the impossible origin point. You explain the diagnostic results. You tell him the station is fully operational. There is no error, no glitch, no mistake. Valerius listens with a stony face. He does not seem impressed. He sees a junior officer on a remote outpost. He sees a lonely technician seeing ghosts in the static. He doesn't see the truth you are showing him. It's like showing a complicated star chart to a cat. He sighs, a sound of profound, bureaucratic boredom. "Specialist," he says, his voice flat. "The Tartarus abyss is empty. It has been for 100 years. Recalibrate your array and file a maintenance report." The screen goes dark. He has dismissed you. He has dismissed the truth. You stare at the blank screen. Recalibrate. File a report. He thinks you are an idiot. He thinks your multi-billion credit station is broken. The most sophisticated listening device ever built. And he blames it on a loose wire. Frustration burns in your chest. They don't believe you. Command has logged your report as an anomaly, a sensor ghost. It is a footnote in a forgotten file. You are ordered to stand down, to resume normal operations, to go back to listening to the sound of nothing. But the signal is still there. It hums beneath the official channels, a faint, insistent whisper that only you can hear. You try to ignore it. You try to follow your orders. But the tone bores into your focus. It feels personal now. Then it happens. The voice leaves the machine. It bypasses the speakers and the displays. It blossoms directly inside your mind. It is not a sound. It is a thought that is not your own. Clear and sharp and terrifyingly close. It feels like ice water in your veins. The voice is weak. It is strained with exhaustion. But it is undeniably human. "Can you hear me?" it asks. The words echo in your skull. "My name is Elias Vance. I am ambassador to the Outer Reach." A name from the history files. A ghost from 50 years ago. Ambassador Vance was a hero, a legend. He took the Starship Odyssey beyond the known frontier. He was seeking peaceful contact with new life. The ship vanished without a trace. It was a national tragedy, a mystery that was never solved. Until now. He is alive. A mind trapped in the signal. A consciousness bonded to a machine. He tells you of his 50-year nightmare. His ship was not lost in an accident. It was ambushed. It was destroyed. He alone survived. As data. As a final, desperate message. He warns you of the enemy that took him. He calls them the Xi, Loss, a name that feels sharp and wrong on the tongue. He describes their empire. A swarm of living ships that consumes entire star systems. They do not conquer. They erase. They turn planets to dust and stars to dying embers. The Xi Loss are a plague of locusts on a galactic scale. They move in silent, coordinated waves. Their technology is beyond comprehension. It is a fusion of biology and machine. They are relentless. They are without mercy. Their shadow is already falling on the outer colonies. He shows you images in your mind. Worlds of shimmering cities turned to gray ash. Starships torn apart like paper. A tide of darkness sweeping through the galaxy. The Xylos, he explains, are patient. They have been watching humanity for decades, learning our strengths, studying our weaknesses. They see Earth. They see its vibrant life, its deep gravity well. To them, it is a prize, a jewel to be crushed and consumed. They are coming. The vanguard fleets are already moving. This is not a possibility. It is a promise. He does not ask for rescue. His physical form is long gone. He is an echo trapped in a dying machine. His final transmission is failing. He has one purpose left, one final duty to the home he will never see again. "Warn them," he pleads. "You must warn Earth. Tell them what is coming." The ambassador's voice fades. The mental contact breaks. You are left alone in the silence of your station. Your heart is pounding in your ears. You have the truth, a terrible, universe-shattering truth, and you are the only one who knows it. The order from Commander Valerius arrives. It is cold and direct. Priority 1. Erase anomalous signal. Delete all associated data. Maintain radio silence. It is a command to bury the truth, to blindfold humanity before the executioner arrives. You look at the command on your screen. Erase, delete, forget. Command believes it is a glitch, or worse, a hoax. They want to protect stability, to prevent panic. But their stability is a fragile shell about to be broken. Their peace is an illusion. Your hand trembles as it moves over the console. Every part of your training screams at you to obey, to be a good soldier, to follow the chain of command. It is the foundation of the fleet. But the ambassador's plea echoes in your soul. A plea for home, a plea for survival. You make a choice, not as a fleet specialist, but as a human being. You will not erase the warning. You will not be the one who dooms billions to a silent death. In that moment, you cross a line. You choose defiance. You choose hope, even if it costs you everything. The station's core hums before you. It holds the ambassador's message, a ghost in the machine, a needle of truth in a haystack of lies. You need that data. You need to get it out. Before command locks you down for good, you initiate a core data transfer. It is a highly restricted protocol. A klaxon begins to blare. Red lights flash across the bridge. You just tripped every security alarm on the station. It was probably not your most subtle move. You never were very good at being sneaky. The system shouts warnings at you. Unauthorized access detected. System lockdown in progress. You have minutes, maybe seconds, before they seal you in, before they cut off your access to the truth. The progress bar on the transfer crawls across the screen. It is agonizingly slow. You can almost hear Commander Valerius's rage across the light years. He has dispatched a security team. He has remotely triggered the station's defenses. The blast doors begin to descend, sealing the command center, sealing you inside with your stolen data. The transfer completes. A small, encrypted file now rests on your personal datapad. The most important file in human history. It feels heavier than a starship. You look at the descending blast door, then at the maintenance hatch on the floor. It seems you have a new career path. Fugitive. You scramble through the hatch. The service corridors are dark and narrow. The station is screaming around you. Alarms, automated warnings, the distant clang of magnetic boots on metal. The security team is here. They are hunting you. You are a traitor, a mutineer. You have defied a direct order. You have stolen classified data. To the fleet, you are now the enemy. But you carry the only thing that matters. The ambassador's last cry. The warning that could save them all. You make it to the station's small hangar bay. A single emergency shuttle sits waiting. The Stinger is a fast, light craft, built for escape. It feels appropriate. You power up its engines. The launch sequence feels like an eternity. Your hands fly across the controls. The hangar doors grind open to the void. Outside, the starfield is calm and beautiful. It is a peaceful lie. You push the throttle forward. The shuttle leaps from the station. You are free, and you are completely, utterly alone. A fugitive of the very fleet you swore to serve. Your first stop is a comms buoy in a nearby asteroid field. It is an old, forgotten piece of infrastructure. The perfect place to hide, and the perfect place to broadcast. You need to get the ambassador's message out, not to the fleet, but to everyone. You connect your datapad to the buoy's transmitter. The encrypted file is ready. You compose a simple message to accompany it. Listen to this. Your life may depend on it. It feels a little dramatic. But then, your life has become quite dramatic lately. You take a deep breath. And you hit send. The file uploads to the public net. It spreads through the civilian channels, to news outlets, to social media feeds, to every colony from Earth to the outer rim. The truth is out. A single spark cast into a very dry forest. The reaction is instantaneous, and it is chaos. Panic erupts on the net. Some scream that it is a hoax, a conspiracy, a prank gone horribly wrong. Others believe it instantly. They see the raw data. They hear the terror in the ambassador's voice. Governments and corporations issue denials. They try to calm the public. They call the leak an act of cyber terrorism. They brand you a traitor and a madman. A warrant is issued for your arrest. Your face is on every news broadcast. You have become infamous. But the seed of truth has been planted. The doubt is spreading faster than any official denial. Citizens start asking questions. They demand answers from their leaders. Why was this hidden? What else is the fleet not telling them? The pressure begins to build. The public outcry becomes a roar that command cannot ignore. Protests erupt on a dozen worlds. People look to the skies with fear. They demand protection. They demand that the fleet do its job. The carefully constructed peace of the last century shatters. Under the weight of public fear, command has no choice. The war fleets are mobilized. Ancient starships are pulled from orbital dry docks. Reservists are called to active duty. The gears of the great war machine begin to turn. Reluctantly, suspiciously. But they turn. They are preparing for a war they do not truly believe in. They are moving ships to face an enemy they think is a phantom. They are acting to appease the public, not to face the truth. You watch the fleet movements on your screen. It is a hollow victory. They are not ready. You are hiding in the shadow of a gas giant. Your shuttle is running on minimal power. You are watching the galaxy burn because of you. Was it the right choice? The doubt gnaws at you. You have ignited a firestorm of panic, and the real enemy has not even appeared. Then, a new signal touches your shuttle's receiver. It is faint, broken, but you recognize the signature. It is him, the ambassador. He has one last thing to say, one final piece of his soul to send across the void. His voice is a shattered whisper in your mind. The signal is decaying rapidly. "They are coming," he says. The words are filled with a chilling finality. Faster than you think. He sends you a final burst of data, a tactical report from a 50-year-old battle. He shows you the HFY, lost fleet, not as a vague threat, but as a military force. He details their ship classifications, their weapon yields, their terrifying speed and coordination. They move like a single organism, a hive mind dedicated to pure destruction. He shows you their primary weapon, a beam of focused energy that destabilizes stars. They do not need to fight a planet. They simply kill its sun. The sheer scale of their power is sickening. It is a power that can erase civilizations in an afternoon. Humanity's fleets are like children with wooden swords against them. Despair washes over you. You have warned humanity only to show them the face of their executioner. There is no way to fight this, no strategy that can overcome this level of power. The ambassador's final message is a eulogy, a confirmation of doom. But then, through the static and the pain, comes one last fragment. One final thought from a man who has not known hope for half a century. Their strength, he whispers, is their weakness. The hive mind. Cut the head, the body will die. He shows you one last image. A single massive ship at the heart of the Xi lost fleet. It is different from the others. Larger, more ornate. It pulses with a unique energy signature. It is the nexus, the queen, the central consciousness that commands the swarm. This is the key, the glimmer of hope. The Xylos are not a billion individual minds. They are one mind in a billion bodies. If you can destroy that central ship, you can break the hive. You can turn their fleet into a confused, chaotic mess. You can give humanity a fighting chance. The ambassador's signal dies. The connection is gone forever. He has given you his last gift. A target, a strategy, a sliver of hope in an ocean of darkness. His 50-year vigil is over. His burden now passes to you. You look at the data on your screen, the location of the command ship, its energy signature, its vulnerabilities. It is the most valuable secret in the universe. It is a key that can unlock victory. But it is useless while you are hiding in the dark. You are a wanted fugitive, a traitor to the fleet. But you hold the only map that leads to survival. You cannot hide any longer. You must get this information to the very people who are hunting you. You must deliver this last hope to the fleet. You turn your small shuttle towards the heart of human space, towards the mobilizing fleets, towards the commanders who want you in a prison cell. You are one person in a tiny ship, racing against the annihilation of your species. The torch has been passed, and you cannot let it go out.